welcome, I guess. Sort of decided with all this fucking...
You're actually filming, I'm sorry.
Alright, where do we begin? We'll start off with fucking why I decided filming again. Bloke One Lens, best mate Corey. I run a somewhat unsuccessful YouTube channel called Cruising with Corey. The link's in the description. But
Self-plugging much. Jesus.
Yeah, I'm going to self-plug for the 10 subscribers you're going to be getting from this. But yeah, I thought I would convince him to start filming again because I honestly think this is going to be a good build and people need to see it. If not, he's going to look back on it in a couple of years and think, fuck, this is probably a good idea I filmed this. But anyway, I shouldn't take over his video, can I? So, as established, my 1990 GQ Patrol. As family and friends would know, I'm a second, nearly third year mechanic. He's a proper mechanic, unlike my channel. You can check it out though, but it's pretty much just 4 horrible Ricer mods to a VE Commodore. So this actually will be a decent build, which will be good because I'm glad I'll be a part of it. But anyway,
he'll try and help as much as he can.
I'll
get him to wash car parts a bit.
Yeah, I can give me a span and fuck knows what I can do with it. Nothing is what I can do with it. But anyway, so I bought this car fucking how long ago now? What month was it? April. Right in the middle of COVID-19. Yeah, might be add. We're quarantining together.
Yeah, together.
Yeah.
Not. Yeah, 1.5 meters, mate.
Yeah. Hang on.
That's good enough.
It's better. Continue. No, mummy.
Great way to exit.
It's good. So, got a lot of catching up to do. I was sick of my old car, this Embarrass, piece of shit. Probably just a trailer like piece of shit. One of my other mates, Joel, had a GQ, lifted, but it was petrol. I didn't like it. And I've seen other people build TD42s and everything, and I'm not rich enough to build a TD. Not when the rebuild kit's fucking $5 million. So I decided that I'd hunt for an RD. I found one. And this is going to be the journey of me putting it back in, along with a couple other things, a couple of modifications. This is the journey of my rig. Basically the catch up where we need to start off with. Obviously pretty far apart. RB out of it. Anyone want to buy it now? Basically the engine's been out, transmission's out, it looks pretty empty. Parts of the suspension have been put in. New engine mounts have been put in. I've got a snorkel to go in, I've got 3-inch exhaust to go in. The side skirts, side steps have been taken off. Bull bar off, and in the shed I've got intercooler, so I'm going to intercool it, make sure nothing blows up. There's the rest of the suspension to go in, and there's the new engine. So it's a RD28 turbo diesel, and basically it came out of a 97 GQ Patrol, and I'm going to bolt it in there and hopefully make some fully sick power and some fully sick turbo noises. So basically this is the inside of the Patrol. Pretty much all factory, so I just got a UHF and got to rip out a couple of things like the old LPG gauge tank, everything like that, because it was dual fuel. Previous owner ripped out the LPG and then just ran the RB. Obviously I don't like petrol, so diesel's the way to go. Generally on most GQs, water gauges go in the RBs, so aftermarket water temp, of course got to have a boost gauge, we've got a turbo diesel, exhaust temp and voltmeter. So
basically the plan is to probably run all 4 up here. I'm going to get a overhead roof console, and of course got to have a fridge in the middle for the beers. Alright, so at the front I have 31-inch tyres on. Obviously this side doesn't quite have the suspension in yet. I've got to do a little bit more modifications to it. At the rear I've got a 33-inch tyre at the moment, just to test fit, see whether I like 33s or up the next size, and I've decided I'll go to 35s all round. It's a 3-inch lift in. This is the side that I have to take the spring back out of and fix.
How come that? How come that? Huh?
Just a tad tired when I put it in and put it in upside down.
Yeah. It's fucking mechanic.
So remember how I said I had part the suspension in? Yeah, well, I was rather tired putting this side back together the other night and decided to put the spring in upside down, so I have to fix the first fuck up. Right, so obviously with the GQs they're coil rear end, so
Coil spring, suspension, and panhard bar. Basically, to change the spring, you won't need spring compressors for the rear. So wheel off, jack stand underneath the chassis. So I'm going to lower the car down on the jack stand, and then basically I'm going to continue to drop the diff, because I'll undo one end of the shock. I'll continue to drop the diff, and then basically the spring should just be able to pop out. Basically you have to undo the bottom bolt here.
I'm assuming you can speed this up in the top end.
Yep.
So you don't have to be worried about anything coming undone. You've got jack there and jack stand over there, so that'll be fine. Make sure you put them in a safe spot.
So what you want to do is just get that just fractionally off. You want to slowly, very slowly, very slowly, drop the diff. So slowly. Spring comes out like that. Now put it back in the right way. There we go, in perfect position. Basically now you just jack it back into place, put the spring and its housing up the top, and make sure it fits nicely. Shock back on and good as gold. Basically don't forget to do the rubber boot, because I forgot. It's really up to you what style you run. You're going to fit probably this one, a bit better. Basically once the spring's back in there nice and neatly, jack it back up so you can put the shock back on. So about that high. Make sure don't misplace the rubber boots. Bit of effort, sometimes a bit of convincing to get into the right spot. Back in a nice spot, rubber in, and you know how I told you to keep the nuts and washers safe. Grab them again, on there. Fill it back up.
up, line up, put tyre back on.
I guess that'll be the end of episode 1, fixing the first fuck up, and then I'm assuming of many. Basically, I don't know if the camera can give enough recognition of how it sits, but basically this side's sagged. No, it's not because I'm fat, it's just because the springs will need to be swapped over from side to side, because obviously on this side, wheel carrier, so spare wheel sits on this side and constantly gets load, so it becomes sagged. Obviously I got the suspension out of an old GQ, so I'll swap them over. It should let it level out a little bit more. Thanks for joining. If you want more content, like and subscribe, I guess.